We're not live. Oh, we are live. All right. Do we hit the intro or what?
Let's hit the intro. Start us
off. To log on. All right, let's go. Be right back. We got some hot topics to discuss that we haven't figured out which one to discuss.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
We have the biggest news ever in history right now that we're about. This is a live video going into the job board.
Heidi, when I recreate that intro, it's going to be live with Steven and Heidi. How's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay, so time my name got put in something. Just make sure to spell it right this time, Steven.
No promises there. No promises. So Heidi and I have been arguing about a topic for the Facebook Live. I think we should talk about like high performance habits in the morning that people, high performers do in the morning to, get out of bed and get stuff done. And Heidi wants to talk about, I don't know, staffing myths, most commonly asked interview questions, reasons why companies use staffing agencies. I don't know.
Well, I figured, we are one of the best staffing agencies, or I should say the best in my personal opinion. Yeah. Staffing agency in the area. We should probably talk about staffing for once.
Fine. All right. So let's talk about not 6 best practices to get back on track as a high performer. Let's talk about.
Steven, you don't have to act so bummed out about it.
Okay. So what staffing topic do you want to hit on? This is yours.
Let's hit on what a staffing agency is and how it affects the employees working within a company.
Okay, so you're watching this in the job boards. Some of you might be familiar with staffing agencies, and some of you may not. You also, some of you think you know a little bit, right, about staffing, but you're like, I'll never go work for a temp company. I don't want to be a temp, which is a word I hate using. We don't. That's swear word over here. Word. Yeah, you get me mad. I'm going to say temp. That's my swear word.
Steven, I'm pretty sure you just muted yourself.
Oh, I did. Am I here? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay. All right. So let's talk staffing, Heidi.
So quick definition of what a staffing agency is. Now, there is a difference between a temp agency and a staffing agency. And I think that's where Steven's little T word in there with the temp comes in. With the temp agency, there is only temp opportunities, meaning that you work for a short amount of time at a company. There's never an opportunity to get hired on. It usually only lasts a couple of days. I mean, if you're lucky, a couple of weeks. That is not what a staffing agency does. And we are Elwood Staffing, which means that we are a staffing agency, and we do temp positions, we do temp to hire positions, and direct hire positions.
Ooh.
So temp to hire is more along the lines of
and career development and job
career development.
Mentor
okay, now you get
programs,
into technicals here.
Supervisor training programs, associate training programs.
Just about anything that an HR manager would do. We were just like an outside sourced HR manager.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So to hit on that, Heidi. So there are you in the light industrial space, shipping, receiving, production, manufacturing, assembly. Jobs like that are traditional temp to hire, where you go through a staffing agency for a couple months and then you become permanent on their payroll. And in that model, you're working side by side with other associates that are, whether they're Elwood or they're the client company that you're working out at, or even another agency, but you're all treated the same. You're part of the team. You just might be getting your paycheck from Elwood for a couple of months before you get it from the client company. And that's the traditional temp to hire model, right? Where we're just the front door of that company to help you get started, integrated. We just start people faster. I mean, that's what it comes down to is you go the traditional route with some of these large companies, it's going to take 30 days to get hired on because of background checks and reference checks and trainings and physical assessments. And so we have streamlined that process where, you could literally in many cases interview today and actually start your training today. Most of the time it's the next day, but it's much faster than a 30-day process to get hired on outside. So we move fast, we get people in there, and we give you that opportunity quickly rather than a little bit slow.
We're also an additional resource that you need if you're struggling within your position. Then we are an additional resource to connect you with people who can actually make a difference.
That's right. Absolutely. And, we have a lot of on the job or we have skill training available to you. So if you want to pick up a new skill set, you can do that. If you want to learn flagging, you call Heidi and they get you enrolled in the course and they get you certified as a flagger, right?
Right. And if you've had, a shaky time trying to get some jobs, you've been with companies that maybe they closed, so it only looks like you have 3 months job experience there, or you got laid off due to COVID and had, only 6 months there. It was really hard to find a job, so you had a gap in between employment. A really unique thing about going through a temp agency is that you will always get, or through a staffing agency, sorry, Stephen, through a staffing agency is that you will always get that opportunity to make your case, to talk to us about what your individual situation is. And we won't look at you as just another number with thousands of other people to fill the position. We're going to look at you individually, and we're going to make sure that you get into a job that you are qualified for, something that you are going to want to stay for a long period of time at. And something that, if it's entry-level work that you need, we've got that. If you need skilled positions, we've got that. If you are just coming out of college and you don't have any on or hands-on training, you've only got educational training, we've got that.
Yeah. That's really key here is we're your advocate. We're facilitating the process to help you get hired on to the job of your dreams and to do it quickly, not over a month period. So really I like to think of us as headhunters for you. Like we're out there, we're trying to find you the best job that's going to meet your needs, your financial needs, your family needs. And that's our job is to be matchmakers. Perfect job for
Absolutely.
you.
Absolutely.
And then we have direct hire. So if you want those engineering position, management positions, if you want, some of these skilled positions that you require a degree or 10 years of manufacturing experience and Six Sigma certification, things like that. Like if you come with, a diverse background and skill set and a unique trade, we're also headhunters for you, and we find those direct placements where you get hired on directly with a company, and really just find you the best match. So. We call that our professional side. We made the Forbes top 100 professional firms in the U.S. Very proud of that. So we have a professional division right here in the Ogden area, but all of our professional branches cover the entire country. So a great model for those that are a lot more experienced. You go to elwoodprofessional.com, upload your resume, and we'll do the rest.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know I've heard it time and time again that staffing agencies take a cut out of your paychecks.
Oh,
and nothing drives me more insane than hearing that.
Heidi, why did you bring that up?
Because everybody asks me about it. I get asked almost on a daily basis.
Why?
So you said it's $15 an hour, and how much of that do you get?
Oh my gosh. Okay, it's going to be really simple. I'm going to explain it to you. So if you buy this paper, okay, from FedEx paper supply store, or from Dunder Mifflin, okay. Let's just say this thing is $10. I know it's really pricey. Okay, Dunder Mifflin paid $5 for this. That was their cost, okay? And they sold it for 10. They made a $5 profit. Pretty simple, right? That's just any retail goods is like that. A staffing agency, we work with these client companies. We absorb a lot with the recruiting costs, the workman's comp costs, insurance, all that fun stuff. We do the payrolling, taxes, all that. So we charge a markup on your wage. So we don't charge the markup to you. We actually charge it to the client. I know this is rough to hear, but the client pays the $10. We pay you your wage, right? So that's not a good analogy, 10 and 5, because that's below minimum wage. So if you were making $19 an hour, we're charging the client $22 an hour. So $22, you're getting that 19, and then we're getting that extra $3 in profit, which doesn't equate to $3 profit, because then we're paying all the taxes and et cetera. But the markup goes to the company, not to you. So you get the wage that everyone else is making, and
Exactly.
the client pays a premium. So I hope I demystified that. You don't
Not
get
sure
charged,
about that one, but
you don't get charged the markup. The client does, and you just get paid.
if I tell you you are going to make $15 an hour, you will make $15 an hour, and the company will pay me for my services. You will not pay me for my services. We will pay you to work. You will not pay me to work.
That was so simple. You didn't have to
That was
pull out
very
the paper or anything.
I didn't, because I've explained this almost on a daily basis, because this is a very high concern in the area, and I get that. You guys don't understand what's in it for us as a staffing agency to staff for these other companies, but I promise
those
you we're
temp-
taken care of.
Maybe it's the temp agencies that do that.
It might be. It might
Yeah.
be.
Okay. Well, thank you. That you should just take over this program. You just
I
make it
told
so
you, and here
simple.
you were not liking my idea and wanting to talk about your own little become the most. I don't
6
even know what you were
practices to
talking
get you
about.
back on track as a high performer in the morning.
Yeah, there you go.
No? Still don't want to
No.
hear it.
I mean, you're welcome to, Stephen. I will give you your 5 minutes of fame.
What do you do in the morning to like get yourself focused for the day?
I do my workouts every morning. I eat a healthy breakfast. I take some time without my children waking up and screaming at me, and I just be silent for a moment. And normally that's while I'm doing my hair, and then I'm ready for work.
So what's a healthy breakfast to you?
Well, like,
Mountain Dew?
why do you say it like that, okay? This is a mom bod, okay? This has nothing to do with my breakfast habits. Gosh. That was a terrible question, Stephen. You should be ashamed for
you're making me blush. No, I'm just curious. What's a healthy breakfast?
No, I'm like, I like a lot of protein in my breakfasts.
Okay.
So something to jumpstart my day with a good healthy meal, like boiled eggs, piece of toast, some avocado, fruit
Avocados,
smoothies, things like
great
that.
healthy fats in avocado. It's good.
Something with a lot of cheese.
And a lot of cheese. Okay, well, good. So now you guys know everything about Heidi's morning routine. Eggs, cheese,
It's pretty simple, okay? Workout, shower, eat, silence.
There's no silence in my house in the morning. My kids are up by 5 a.m. every morning, and they're not silent.
I was gonna make a comment on that, but I probably shouldn't.
So I get up at 3, and I try to sit there in silence, do some meditating for a few minutes, do a little workout routine, read 100 pages, and then get to work. All right, so I want to jump into job openings because that's what the show is about. But I do want to let everybody know that we've got 2 special programs Thursday and Friday. We're going to have a special interview with one of Autoleave's HR partners on Thursday morning, 9:30 a.m. tomorrow, then 2:30 on Friday. Lisa's going to be on there, and we might have our on-site on there as well. So you don't want to miss it. We're going to be talking about job openings at Autoleave and how you can apply and start a great career there.
So when you talk about interviewing HR managers, is this our chance to just say, So, why do you want to work for this company?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's your biggest weakness?
Exactly. Let's get on this, like, do the standard interview, right?
Yes, please. That would be so much fun to put an HR manager through that so that they can understand the job seeker's point of view.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Anyways.
What's your biggest weakness, Heidi?
My biggest weakness is memorization.
Oh.
I really suck at memorizing things unless it's a number. I'm really good with numbers, but names especially are hard for me. So I have sticky notes, and I've got color-coded sticky notes. I've got pink ones and yellow ones and blue ones and green ones because I do have a problem with memorization.
No, you have a problem with sticky notes.
I do have a problem with sticky notes. What's your biggest weakness, Stephen?
My biggest weakness is that people love me so much.
You're one of those people, okay?
That was a line out of The Office. Yeah, I got a lot of weaknesses. I'm not a good listener, Heidi. That's my biggest weakness.
And how do you combat that?
You know, I ask questions to seek to understand.
There you go. So when somebody asks you that question, which I know it's Stephen's least favorite question in interviewing, but when they ask what your biggest weakness is, it shows 2 points. One is that you can do a self-evaluation, and two, that you can take that self-evaluation and grow from it. So you say your biggest weakness and what you do to combat it.
It's incredible. Anyone listening to this, the 2,000 viewers, take note of that.
Just so that you're aware, that's why people ask you what your biggest weakness is. It's to show that you can take critiques and that you can self-evaluate and improve from there and know how to help yourself with your weaknesses, because everybody's got weaknesses. And to say that you don't, or that it's because people like you too much, or that you never know when to quit, or I don't even know all those other lame answers that people give. Those are not true weaknesses.
Yeah.
To be able to say that you have a weakness, this is how you combat that weakness. It shows that you're going to be an excellent candidate for just about
That's your biggest strength, Heidi, is recognizing your weaknesses.
You know, Stephen. I don't think I think that we better talk about jobs before you get yourself in trouble.
That's a great point. So let's stay on topic. Jobs. So we got 474 openings, Heidi, across northern Utah.
I'm pretty sure we're actually more of like 476 or 477.
No, it's gone down.
Has it really?
Yeah, 474.
Nice.
So I don't want to go through all of them today. We're already 20 minutes into this, but click on the link above, elwoodjobs.com, and just find the right job for you. If you're not sure, because there's a lot of jobs, it's hard to navigate. Just call Heidi, call any of our recruiters, and they'll do a proper discovery and intake to find out what you're looking for, how much you want to make, what type of shift you're willing to work, what are your career aspirations, where do you want to take your career, where do you want to take your next move, and we'll line it up with the right opportunity. This is the third wave of a lot of job openings. It's a tsunami of openings right now. It won't last long, so definitely if you're considering making your next move, like what this study has shown from SHRM, that over 50% of Americans are looking to make a change this year with their career, you should really consider it. So on that note, Heidi, what do you got?
Just call me, guys. You don't even have to put in the effort. Just Google Elwood Staffing. Give me a call. I'll put in all the effort for you. Quit sitting there and looking at job after job and putting in application after application. I got a phone call today from somebody who has dealt with so much rejection the last couple of weeks. She was struggling. She was stuttering the entire time. She goes, "I'm so sorry. I'm just so nervous. I've been rejected for jobs so many times." And that breaks my heart for you guys. Just call me before you get to that point. Call me before you get all those rejections, because I will help you get accepted into a position instead of doing a whole bunch of rejections.
And we're not going to ghost you because you're not the right fit and never call you back, never respond to your text or email.
We will definitely respond.
Yeah.
I make it a point.
That drives me crazy how recruiters out there, like, they're just it's just a numbers game. So anyone that doesn't qualify, it's like they don't call back. They don't reach out. They just leave them alone. And
Well, before accepting this position, I applied with 2 other staffing agencies, to which I will not name. However, I applied for those, and then they told me they would call me with openings.
Oh,
And I am about a year and a couple months in, and I haven't received a phone call yet.
whoa! Oh my gosh!
I still haven't heard from either one, and I even followed up with them twice. And I mean, luckily I landed with this staffing agency, but I did follow up with them, but I never received a phone call, and it's been over a year.
Their loss.
I'm not going to cry about it. So
Now they're paying for it. Now they're like, crap, we should have called.
I went to
Heidi.
Elwood Staffing. I got that exception, not a rejection, and you will get that too. Just give me a call.
Who hired you?
I think it might have been somebody by the name of Steven.
No, I signed off on it, but I think it was Kelly and
It was
Paula.
Kelly.
Yeah.
Kelly and Paula. And my Miss Paula over here is my best friend.
Is she?
I don't have friends, so yes.
That was a compliment if I ever heard one.
It was a compliment. I promise, Paula.
All right.
I'm
Well,
not in food today, so.
oh man, why are we doing a 25-minute Facebook Live? Shouldn't you be like working, Paula and Heidi?
I mean, I've got to work, Stephen. I'm sorry.
You have some job applicants to return their calls.
I've actually been talking with them all day long. And
Yeah.
while we're on the Facebook Live here, because I'm a good multitasker.
Did you use a sticky note?
Stephen?
All
hiding.
right. So if you guys live in Cache Valley, make sure you visit Heidi and Paula and see their wall of sticky notes all across the branch. Take a
I
picture
feel like
of
you're
it.
exaggerating it a little bit, but I can't say that seeing how there's a sticky note on the wall in front of me.
Exactly. All right. Well, thank you, Heidi. It's a great show. And click on elwoodjobs.com. Tune in tomorrow. We've got Lisa from Autoleave as well as on Friday. And we'll probably do another Facebook Live here with Heidi tomorrow. And we'll have some fun. Talk about jobs. And
Google Elwood Staffing. You won't regret it.
all right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.
Thanks, guys.